So in the middle of the night, From Software decided to announce that they were doing a DLC for Elden Ring. And there really wasn't much there, but the one image we did get sent my lore brain a spinning. It actually helped me put the final pieces in a couple of my theories, including some of my Radagon as a science project theories, all based on one image alone. And while the overall details are pretty vague, we got these two images, one of the great tree or maybe the Erd tree leaking out sap, which could be similar to the amber or root resin we've heard about. But this video is not about that. It is about Torrent, the Mononoke horse thing's true or previous owners. Well, the ones before the player received the whistle from Ranni. Going off the image we got last night, I would assume that the most recent owner of Torrent was Miquella. The hair color and the braids, it all adds up. Maybe it was during his time as Saint Trina. Now, I do believe Miquella to be an artificially created demigod, made by Marika using some of the similar tricks she used to make his father, in quotations, Radagon. But again, this video is not all about that. It is just about the previous owners, and I believe the most recent one to be Miquella based on that picture. But who did he get it from? Well, it really only makes sense that he got it from his mom, Marika. In Farum Azula, there is a statue of a girl with 3 wolves. I kind of guessed for a while at who this might be, but now I'm pretty certain it was Marika. Again, I could still be wrong. This is all speculation. Now, when we get the Torrent whistle from Ranni, she also gives us the Lone Wolf Ashes, which coincidentally summons 3 wolves, similar to the statue we see in Farum Azula. I think it's safe to assume that Marika, during her days before she was the vessel of the Elden Beast, used to ride around on Torrent and had 3 wolves that followed her everywhere. I think this also might explain why the Beastmen gained intelligence when Marika was uplifted. Maybe they were like relatives or descendants of the very 3 wolves she used to roll with. Of course, when those 3 wolves died, she buried them and turned them into spirit ashes, and gave them with Torrent to presumably Miquella, maybe as like a birthday present, or maybe as part of her 5D chess ultimate plan. I mean, she's technically behind everything. Maybe after the Beastmen were given intelligence in the form of opposable thumbs by the Greater Will as a reward for their obedience, Marika wanted something to remember their original forms by, and that's why she created the spirit ash versions of those 3 wolves, who I think it's safe to say are the forefathers of the Beastmen. Why else would they be revered in that chamber where the chief Beastman hangs out? And by create, I mean whatever ritual is used to make someone into spirit ashes, like whatever Latenna did to herself to turn herself into spirit ashes. I think they really are just the spirits of Marika's original 3 wolf companions. Now, one might figure at this point, how did Ranni get her hands on the Torrent whistle and the ashes if they previously belonged to Miquella? Well, consider that Miquella and Ranni both had similar goals of freeing themselves from the Erd tree and starting some type of new order. And then consider Caria's seemingly good relations with the consecrated snowfield. And again, they could have both been a part of Marika's plan to trigger the shattering. Well, I don't think that the shattering was Marika's ultimate goal. It was the result she ended up with. Basically, either knowingly or unknowingly, both Ranni and Miquella were just vital pieces in Marika's grand schemes. We know she probably had a hand in the Night of Black Knives, and we know she might have been trying to free herself from the Greater Will on her own terms. But all thanks to that DLC announcement, I managed to figure out who that statue was of in Farum Azula, who Torrent's previous owners were, and, well, a couple other things I'll elaborate on in further videos. But this was just going to be a little bite-sized entry in the lore catalog of Honored Madman. And I hope you liked it. Please, if you liked it, please like it. And if you disliked it, please dislike it. And if you like hearing this kind of bullshit, then please consider subscribing. It would really help me out. And yes, the outro. Yeah, this wasn't today's planned upload. You can thank From Software's bizarre release timing on that DLC announcement, and me being up at the time. But as always, have a good one. See ya. Again, this is all speculation. I know the wolf's item description doesn't say anything like that. It just says that they encountered a nameless Tarnished, but I'm pretty sure that Tarnished could just be the character or some guy in between owners. But yeah, obviously all speculation.